left over from therapy. So we had couples therapy today, and most of our session focused more on my husband, but I did have a small takeaway that I thought was worth sharing. Our couples therapist suggested that with me having sexual trauma, kind of a lot of sexual trauma, and with me wanting to have a baby, that a couple things that could be helpful with that. One was a doula, which I had thought of before, but also just being really picky about your doctor. Being sure that you really feel like you have a relationship with your doctor, or in a lot of cases, I know that you have, you don't really get to like have one guaranteed doctor for your delivery, but you have like a little like network of, I don't know, 4 or 5 doctors or something that might be on call that day or whatever, but that you spend as much time as you need to with them to feel like you have a degree of safety with them, because obviously it can be a very invasive thing, in some cases a scary thing. Of course, for some people it ends up being a traumatic thing to have a baby. And that one of the things that can really protect against that is feeling like you have a degree of safety with your provider. But also, we talked about how I think it's more of like an emotional neglect wound in some cases than like an SA related wound. But I don't like people like touching me in general. I mean, like not like select people who are really close to me, but like just like as an example, like I wouldn't want to like go get a professional massage. Like that would be very uncomfortable for me to like let some stranger touch me. And he asked how I felt about things like haircuts. And I don't have like significant anxiety with a haircut, but it's like a very neutral thing. Like I don't, it's not particularly comfortable for me either. And he suggested that even with things like a haircut, or like if I wanted to get my nails done or something like that, that having like one person that you stick with and that you get to know and like share at least a little bit about yourself with, so that you have a little bit of a relationship with the person who is cutting your hair or doing your nails or whatever, can be a way to make those sorts of situations less anxiety inducing, and to find safety in like your body being touched in even those kinds of situations, which I thought was really interesting because honestly, I cut my own hair fairly often. I do sometimes go get it cut, but I've never like had a hairstylist that I go to. Like I've always just kind of taken whoever. And I do think that it might help me if I felt like I knew the person a little bit, and that's just never crossed my mind to do that. So thought that those might help somebody else too.